Hey everyone, Usman here, welcome to the video, and today I'm going to be talking about my fondest memories of Iron Man from 2008. And so I'm just going to be talking about like other stuff as well. Specifically, I found an article right over here, Parental Guidance, MCU Rewatch, Iron Man. I don't think it's that much of an inappropriate movie at all. This article specifically talks about, really just the stuff that really happens in Iron Man and how it really shaped the MCU into what it is now, which is like 22 movies and building up to Avengers Endgame, which I can't wait to see next week. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, I'm going to be going over that and just talking about a bunch of things, and let's go into the article, shall we? All right, so, 2008, such an innocent time. It's hard to believe now that 11 years ago, the entire current Marvel Cinematic Universe was kicked off with this movie. This means that Robert Downey Jr. has played Tony Stark/Iron Man in 8 movies to date, if you include his brief appearances in Spider-Man Homecoming. The movie opens with billionaire playboy genius Tony Stark demoing Stark Industries' new line of sophisticated weapons to army officials in Afghanistan. On the way back to the airfield, his convoy is attacked by a terrorist group and Tony is critically injured by one of his own bombs. Oh, ironical. Just judging by those 2 paragraphs I read, it just basically highlights like who Tony Stark was and how he got into this whole accident, which sort of leads into him becoming Iron Man anyways. The rest of it goes on talking about like, the sort of like the rest of the storyline for that movie, like the rest of the plot and how Tony grows as a person and decides not to, get into weapons and stuff like that. Also, judging by, my memories of the film, I was like 11 years old when the first movie came out, and so I watched Spider-Man, I watched like all those other things, and I was really into Marvel anyways because, that was, like I said, with Spider-Man and everything. But, when I saw Iron Man for the first time, it was just something that really was spectacular because I've heard about Iron Man even before the movie even sort of came out, and I think I even saw the animated series as well as one from the 90s. That was something that I really thought was fun for the time, so yeah, very fond memories of that. But specifically towards Iron Man 2008, the actor was great, obviously the action was amazing, and I was more hungry for more movies afterwards, and so yeah, Iron Man really did kick off this universe. And I even collected like toys from Iron Man and quoted lines. I even had Iron Man posters and everything like that, so I had a lot of fond memories, and it really was something that my family and I could connect to because everybody loved that first Iron Man film because of how how great the direction was and everything else. Right, so as an origin story, the movie hits the mark. It helps that Tony Stark evolves as a person while he's creating his super alter ego, but he keeps the snark and attitude. The downside to this organic character development is that when watching at home in the middle of the movie after initial escape and before the showdown with the final boss can strike kids as slow and boring. Well, for me, when I was younger, I don't think I really found that boring at all. I thought it was pretty cool. And also, I guess maybe when I was 11, I guess I actually cared about character development. Also, though very topical for its time, Afghanistan terrorists, there are more than a few dated references. Get ready to explain to your kids what MySpace was. I'd also forgotten how dark Marvel could be before Infinity War. Everyone talks at length about how much lighter the MCU is than the DC universe, but in this movie we have a bloody on-screen death of a central character and scenes of families and young children in peril. So, should you watch it with your kids, unless you're a devoted Marvel completist, I say this one is missable. Tony Stark makes a new suit in almost every movie, so kids who met the character first with the Avengers already know him and won't really learn anything terribly new from his origins. Bottom line, watch it for yourself and bask in the mist of nostalgia and let the kids wander in and out if they want. I guess that's the kids. I mean, when I was a kid, I still kind of consider myself one. I thought the movie was awesome. It was just something. It was pure delight. Regardless of me being young and being 11, I understood some things and everything like that. But yeah, but otherwise, I don't know. I guess that's for that guy, the guy who wrote the article on this website. Forgot to mention the website. Thatshelf.com. I guess that's his perspective how kids will like it. I mean, like I said, as a kid, loved it. That was like, I had such great memories of it. And, I watched that movie, I think, even when it came out on DVD. Like, I saw it like 5 times. Like, I bought the movie and I watched it like about 5 or 6 times. And like I said, this is a film that, my family and I bonded over. And, I personally thought it was a great movie. This is just, a very interesting sort of perspective from this article I just read to you guys. So I don't know. I think it still holds up. People complain about even the CGI in the new Marvel movies with Iron Man. CGI, as well as the actor doesn't want to wear like a, in the first movie, the actor had to wear like a full-grown, like, actual suit. And this new one, it's like, yeah, he wears a couple parts of the suit and then the rest of it is just CGI'd. So I don't know. It's I still think it looks pretty cool regardless, and the action scenes are awesome, and I think it looks great. Well, that's from today. But yeah, I think it's a great film. I love that film. I have a lot of great memories, and it really was, yes, it was pretty dark. You know, a lot of people think that the MCU movies are very lighthearted and whatever. Infinity War sort of changed that, as well as, I don't know, they want to go into different directions. And these are superheroes. They don't always have to be like, this is a serious matter. It's like some superheroes are pretty ridiculous in terms of like their powers and everything else. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. That will mark the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it and everything else like that. As always, like, subscribe, all that cool stuff, and I'll see you next time.